Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you guys can see me. I got a glare coming from the laptop here. I'm not sure if you can see me properly or not, but just want to talk to you guys briefly. There's a lag there too about the crypto space. A lot of people worry about it, and they got the new things out there about crypto wallets that actually will generate you income. We'll talk about that, but before that, just plain investing smarts. I'm creating a email DOS Holdings 8 at gmail.com that will talk about investing. We'll talk about stuff from crypto, blockchain, artificial intelligence, talk about real estate, and just to not encourage, but strengthen people to educate people on investing and how they should invest. The 4 to 5 different pillars of having a strong financial house. That and a lot of my passion comes from making a bunch of mistakes, being around millionaires and following the people that had a lot of money, saw mistakes that maybe parents made or people in my family made in reference to not having that first pillar of wealth put together, which I believe is the first pillar is just a safe pillar where you don't have a lot of volatile stocks or investments there. Everything's kind of safe, but they're very, very fundamental. That first pillar involves like a term life policy, an annuity, or an aggressive annuity. And as I don't like to get into bonds and stuff that only do 0.2 to 2%. I don't believe that's an investment at all, but even an aggressive savings account is better than nothing. But you have to start somewhere. But then you go all the way to the aggressive side, which has more volatility, when you start talking about your stocks or your cryptocurrencies, investments in blockchain, which also be stocks too, stuff like that. But those are where your highest gains are at. So I don't have time to talk about all that right now, but that's what this channel is going to be for, those type of things, educate people. They get them involved with the hedge fund that's being developed, just going through certain things, different policies with what you want to have out there. But also, I want to talk about today is a fairly new wallet that came out. Fairly new wallet that came out. It's called Cloud Token. I'm involved in that wallet. I'm a part of it. I got a family member that's doing pretty good in there. Just got in a couple of weeks ago, already making money on a daily basis. And this channel is pretty much to promote the new projects that are out there. So put your money to work. I'm going to be putting a lot of these videos on there. If you're a Facebook friend, put your money to work is a page I have about financial independence and financial investing, and put your money to work. They basically self-titled. The title explains and defines what it's all about. We have a good team, a strong team. We're actually under Rodney Burton, Big Bitcoin Rodney, with our Cloud Token team. But there's other teams we have out there as well. But in reference to Cloud Token, it's an awesome project, I believe. The creator of some of the software and the properties of Cloud Token is Ronald I. He has some other partners though that are also part of the promoting and part of the project as well. It's his last project that he was part of that did very well before it fizzled out. And with different wallets and different crypto investments and even MLM opportunities, they're not always long haul opportunities. I don't say they're going to be around 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, even 2 years. I say get in while the getting is good and while the investment is low, and make your profits and do what you can and be educated as possible about them. Every investment has risk to it. Every investment has some sort of risk. I don't say anything is risk free. Advisor as well. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm giving you education and kind of saying I already went through some of the pitfalls. So I just want to have people avoid pitfalls, no matter if it's crypto or if it's investing or whatever it is. I've made sure everything that I've talked about, I've already researched it, reviewed it, went through different channels with it, saw it work for people, saw it work for myself. So if I'm talking about something, I have some ground level with it. So a lot of people that will be on this channel will be people I know personally. But if I talk about something, I put my name on it to say that, hey, it's worked thus far. I'm not saying something's going to be around for 10 years and put all your money into it. I believe with the crypto space, you should invest what you can afford to lose because of the volatility. Now, with this particular wallet, you gain a certain amount every day. It's a $500 minimum investment. I'm going to say at least do $600 because it's variable and if Bitcoin goes down, your investment will go down a little bit. But on average, you should make between 10 and 12% monthly. It could be 0.3% to 3% daily. But they're saying between 10 and 12% monthly. I am seeing that happen. I'm seeing even better returns than that from people right now. Some people making 40 a day, 20 a day, 150 a day. Some people making $18,000 a day. And that's because the different levels and ways you get paid in Cloud Token. There's people making up to 18K a day, even more than that. Some people overseas are making more. And that's because they got 100% match. On that first level, people come in, get 100% match. And I'm not going through everything because I'm still new in the game, but I just want to be able to get involved with something that has such a growth potential that I believe this will have. And I will be up on the trends of each crypto I talk about, each wallet I talk about. And just to say a couple of things of stuff I stated about a year or two ago, or a year and a half ago, I told people about Verge. Verge was doing real hot in 2015 and 16 and 17. It started to fizzle out. But between January and March 2017, I said, hey, there's people making thousands of dollars in Verge, or some people making $50,000. The Verge, if I said if you put $500 in it, you could have made $6,000 to $8,000. You're talking about a 14,000% gain from Verge that happened between late 2015 to 2018. Of course, it got volatility now. The company got forked. It had a big hack where it lost like 40 or 50%. And that big hack they had, and the community of Verge was so strong, it still stayed afloat a month or two after that. I'm not endorsing Verge now or saying invest it now, but I'm just saying that's something I picked. Another thing was AMD. I said AMD is going to be making a lot of chips. I referenced the smart technology, AI, and different type of things. If you invested when I said that $500 about a year and a half ago, you have about $1,400 now, which is about 115% or 180% gain. So anything I talk about is going to be a minimum of 20% gain. I'm looking for big gains of 15,000%, 10,000%, at least 40% with real estate. I believe anybody that invests with us should be able to make 20 to 40% gain, but you're talking about a quick 9-day turnaround with stuff like that. So the different things we want to bring to the table, I believe Cloud Tokens do very well. Right now, it's at about 39 to 40 cent, I think, right now, last time I checked. I believe, and, don't quote me on that, everything is subject to change. I believe as good as the last project that they were involved with did, that it'll at least hit $100 per share or even $200 per share. If you got, let's say, 2,000 tokens in there or 2,000 shares or whatever, you can easily end up making 200 grand if it did hit those type of margins. And I believe so. But you always want to stay in the loop with people that are a little more learned than you in these markets and industries and see what they do. The Cloud Token, I think, has awesome momentum, good community. We got good leadership under the people that we're with, like Mr. Burton and the people over him as well. They've got good clientele and awesome marketing strategies. There's a funnel being developed right now that I will find out more about as well. And, that's what's going on pretty much. So anything that I'm going to suggest or bring up is going to be something where I believe there's a great potential to make a good profit. I don't believe it in wasting people's time with a little 10%, 15%, 20%. I'm out to make big gains because I believe time is limited. Time is very valuable. Don't want to waste your time or mine talking about such things. But, let's get in. A lot of people are skeptical. There's a lot of volatility in the market. And I believe that, something Warren Buffett said, the quote that he goes by is that when you see people running out, that's when it's time to run in. What he's saying is that a lot of times if people are saying this, it's not the right time. There's a Ponzi scheme, there's that, there's this. And all of a sudden people are running away. That's when you run in to get your gains because a lot of times people are, just skeptical, so skeptical, and it's bringing a change. It's a major disruptor going on. So right now, crypto blockchain is a major disruptor. People are scared, frightened, don't understand it. It's here to stay, I believe. Blockchain is totally still. There's no way blockchain is going anywhere because of how advanced the technology is, and even America's behind on blockchain technology. So what you see is a method called sandboxing going on, where big corporations are actually using these technologies and telling you that they're Ponzi schemes, saying that they're no good, that they're going to fail, that they're not going to be around. that's called sandboxing. The same companies, I can even put the names out there like J.P. Morgan and Chase and Hathaway, Warren Buffett saying negative stuff about it, even the administration. These same companies and people are putting $100 million into it, $80 million into it, and playing around with it, and you're already using it for their money processing. It's called sandboxing. It's something the government's been doing for years and decades. They sandbox when they're testing a new technology or industry out and chase people away from it so they can make their money. It's just part of the game. Don't believe in the hype. Don't believe in what you hear. Don't believe in the news and the media. Don't believe in what your friends are saying, these blogs on these internet posts. I mean, there's so much crap out there and so much negative stuff just because I can't even tell it all. Even what's going on with blockchain AI, a lot of things I can't say because I get kicked out of circles that I'm in. I'm in some very powerful circles right now, people that are billionaires. They own very large hedge funds. I'm not allowed to say everything because then I would lose my access. So whatever I'm able to say, I try to promise to be as powerful as possible to change your life and your children and family's life, your community's life. I'm in this thing for the long haul, for ministry, and to change my community's life as well and my family's life. So just stay tuned into this channel right here and dawsholdings8@gmail.com. Also, put your money to work as well. And I'll make sure that I'm posting something at least every 2 weeks. And when our newsletter goes out, go ahead and subscribe to that newsletter. That's when I'm going to have my biggest information going to be part of that newsletter. That's going to be about investing. If you subscribe to that and pay for one of the plans, and then I'll have all the greatest information in reference to where to invest and stuff that's totally underground right now, but totally ethical as well. So until next time, happy investing. I'm Robert Dahl, sign out. Take care, everybody. God bless.